despise evil and ungodliness, but not men of ungodliness or evil. These understand. Ignore the obvious, for it is unworthy of the clear eye and kindly heart. The clear eye and the kindly heart.
The year is 2084. The world's population has been decimated, first by a digital plague called the nanophage, which tore its way through anyone foolish enough to augment their body. Then, by the Great Decimation, to Chiron Corp capitalized on the calamity, claimed even more power for themselves, and formed the Fifth Polish Republic. Those at the top of Chiron keep getting richer, while everyone below them toils away, looking for brief moments to escape their harsh reality through any means possible. Welcome back to GameGentleman. This week we're giving you our thoughts on Observer System Redux for the PlayStation 5. As per our previous reviews, we want to state up front that this game was not supplied to us by anyone and was purchased using our own money. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, then hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. If you're anything like us, you probably slept on Observer when it was originally released for PS4, Xbox One, and PC back in 2017. The cyberpunk detective thriller has been given a new life and second chance in the limelight with System Redux, a remaster of the title for next-generation consoles and PCs, featuring all new visuals, 4K resolution, 60 FPS frame rate, ray tracing, and some new story beats not found in the original. Observer is a completely original sci-fi story, which features many of the trademark sci-fi and cyberpunk tropes we come to expect from the genre. From body augmentation, megacorporations, pleasure bots, class systems, and plenty of neon light. Players take the role of Daniel Lazarski, played by the late Rutger Hauer, a detective known as an observer, who can hack into the brain implants of victims found at crime scenes to use their memories, thoughts, and senses to help solve crimes. Although this is not always a straightforward endeavour, as memory can be fickle and the human brain is an unpredictable thing, particularly when on drugs or cybernetic enhancements are involved. You are called to a C-Class tenement building after receiving a phone call from your estranged son. Not long after you arrive, the building is forced into a lockdown, confining you into a single area. You must follow the unwinding trail of clues as they lead you throughout the apartment building to uncover the mystery of your son's phone call and lift the lockdown. Observer is a relatively slow-paced game with little in the way of real conflict or physical danger. However, the game's visual style, score, and sense of atmosphere leave you with a foreboding sense of dread throughout the majority of its runtime. The core gameplay loop in Observer consists of investigating crimes, hacking into a victim's brain implant, uncovering more information, and following the new clues. To assist in your investigation, you're given 2 augmented camera modes: electromagnetic vision, which allows you to scan electronic devices, track power cables, and uncover body augmentations such as the aforementioned brain implants, as well as biovision, which allows you to scan environments for biological evidence such as wounds on a body, bloodstains, and other bodily fluids. And yes, it does take that in the exact direction you think it will. The brain hacking scenes are quite surreal and trippy, piecing together fragments of events, visuals, sounds, and more to give you a glimpse into sometimes very damaged minds. It's not always obvious what you need to do, so you do need to take time to observe subtle clues in order to determine your next steps. It's also within these dream sequences that we come across the few insta-fail events in the entire game. For the most part, the game does not hold your hand. While its core loop is relatively simple, players are not given many of the usual prompts such as screen or dialogue cues when they've scanned everything in a crime scene. There are no waypoints or overworld map, or hints of any other kind other than the vague case log files. The layout of the apartment building is quite maze-like, particularly down in the basement, which you find yourself revisiting several times. Visually, the game is quite stunning. The 4K upgrades to the environment and character models bring stunning detail to the dilapidated and sometimes grotesque environments that you find yourself in. Bloober Team have made sure to incorporate plenty of reflective surfaces and neon lighting to take full advantage of the advances in the technology, although they've been wise enough to keep this balanced with plenty of dark and ominous areas to maintain the game's atmosphere. The brain sequences take the game's visuals to an abstract and sometimes absurdist level, and anyone who suffers from photosensitive epilepsy should heed the game's warning very seriously, as the game often relies on bright flashes and rapid visual changes to convey the disjointed nature of navigating your way through another person's memories. Audio bounces from quiet, atmospheric environmental effects to jarring, eardrum-bursting shrieks, so headphone users beware. Rutger Hauer's inclusion in the game lends some sci-fi credence to Observer, and for the most part, his performance is solid. However, there are notable moments where the delivery of his lines is a little disjointed, and it feels almost as though two run-on sentences could have come from completely separate recording sessions. Observer System Redux is not a long game, with a single run-through being able to be completed in about 6 hours. First-time players may find it taking them a little longer than this, given the game's slower pace and occasional obscurity in hiding what it is they need to do next. However, that's not to say the game is short on content. There is a dense and detailed environment to explore, with hidden details and many different items to collect. On our review scale of rate it or hate it, we give Observer System Redux a rate it. We picked up Observer after completing a 100-hour plus playthrough of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this is that perfect palate cleanser type gameplay experience that we were after. It's a well-crafted world with some unique ideas delivered in a story which could be played in a single sitting if you were so inclined. As we mentioned at the start of the review, Observer feels like it was slept on a little when it originally came out. Its obscure nature and slow-paced gameplay may not be to everyone's liking, but it would be a shame to see the remake go the same way as the original and not receive the praise it deserves. So that's our review of Observer System Redux. Have you played the game yet? Or have we made you curious enough in any way to check it out? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this with a friend who's looking for a new game after coming off a huge open world title. This has been GameGentleman, and thanks for watching.